All right. Okay, I think we're live. Okay, morning everybody. Sorry, it's been a while between streams. I found a community up in the hinterlands above inland from Mission Beach. Wow, what an amazing community. They there's actually a couple and they have many people dropping in all the time, and they practice non-violent communication and are amazing artists bringing weaving to the children. You know, there's obviously a lot more to it than what I'm saying. And yeah, wow, oh, really rich time. I got the last piece of the puzzle for, or not last piece, another piece of the puzzle for the sovereignty that we're establishing at Gunya. So that's great. So meanwhile, I came across a traveller who just left Brisbane and was heading to Cairns to start afresh. And he was talking about this thing called anxiety, how he was feeling really anxious about his new beginning. And it got me thinking, this may be common for quite a lot of people out there. We're in a great time of change. Over the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to continue to be massive change happening, and it's happening on a daily, it's just happening more regularly than we're used to. And so, with all this change happening, it got me thinking, well, yeah, I suppose one of the side effects would be anxiety, not feeling comfortable with the situation because we've been so programmed for so long. We've been in a period of having everything we want and need at our fingertips. Only going back 50 years, it was a lot harder than it has been now. We didn't have machines that produce music like that. We didn't have machines that would wash our clothes so easily, or cook our food so easily, or make amazing meals so easily. And so back then there was a lot more manual labor that had to happen. Whereas nowadays we do find ourselves with a lot more free time and a lot more time to think, a lot more time to work on our awareness. Not saying everyone's got this time, but I'm just saying that things have changed, and where we choose to put our time now is often, obviously if you're looking after kids or running a business or things like that, you're still very busy, but it's not, our time isn't taken doing those manual things that we once spent our time on. And so anyway, getting back to the point was that this fella had decided to move to Cairns to start afresh. And as he was getting to Cairns, he was feeling more and more anxious because he didn't know what to expect. So we've been programmed to, do what we're told, conform. For those that went through schooling, you were taught to conform and compete. They're the main two agendas of education department in our country. And so to be free to find yourself and come across lots of unknowns can be quite daunting. And so if we give in to the anxiety or the fears, then they've won. Because let's say I say, okay, well, I fear that this isn't going to work, so I'm going to turn around and go home. Well, whatever you feared might as well has happened because you've stopped doing what you're doing. So it takes a bit of bravery, a bit of courage to keep going, even though you feel uncomfortable. So, how do you know that you're going in the right direction? Well, no one can tell you that. The first thing is to stop asking everyone else because everyone's on their own journeys and they're only going to reflect to you where they're up to on their journey. Okay, so be true to yourself and stop giving your power to others. The next step is to know your intuition, to know what it feels like to be making a correct decision at a time. And so to do that, well, you've got to do some kind of practice to develop that awareness. Some people are very active and they like to go for a walk every day. So for those people, I say, when you go for your walk, every time you come to a crossroad, feel which way to go, left or right. And when you feel a direction to go in, that's the direction you go in. Okay. And thus doing that for half an hour a day will develop your ability to listen to your feelings in awareness, to know in which direction to take. So that's a physical way to do it. Of course, meditation is the most powerful. It's just meditation, meditation, meditation. You just can't go wrong. And so I met another lady as well, and she was saying that she tried meditating, it didn't work. Well, that's like saying I tried walking and it didn't work. Meditation's a practice. It's not an end result. It's actually a practice. Some days when you're practicing your meditation, it's easy and you find that quietness. Other days you spend the whole time dealing with the chattering mind. Whether you do meditation for 1 minute or half an hour, it is different every time, but to develop more awareness of who you are and what you're feeling and what your intuition is telling you, you need to practice tuning into this. And so meditation is a part of yoga. It's the cream, what I call the cream of yoga. But the asanas are there to loosen the body and release any of the blockages in the body to allow you to sit in meditation more effectively. Some people get distracted by the asanas and they attach their egos to the asanas and they spend their yoga practice trying to egoically go further than they have the time before with their yoga. And then their ego enjoys the pleasure afterwards of the loosening of the body. To stay in this state for yoga is to miss the point of it. The point of yoga is to find the awareness, to be able to train the mind and the awareness to come down to one point and not be distracted by everything around it. And so what I thought we'd do today is pranayamas are another way to find awareness. And so the pranayama I thought we'd practice today is the alternate nostril breathing. And this pranayama is a really good one for building energy in the body. Okay, it's also good for balancing the mind because you're crossing the hemispheres of the mind. Okay, like with any breathing technique, we want to be sitting, or any yogic technique, we want to be sitting up straight. Okay, it's always best sitting with cross-legged on the ground. I'm up on my couch in my van just for the sake of filming this with ease. Okay, and so what we do at the beginning of a pranayama is we do 3 deep breaths out. We breathe all the way down to the belly, breathe into the middle, and breathe into the upper lungs, and down we come and breathe out. As we come up, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And as we breathe out, we take our fingers, our thumb and our finger next to our pinky, and we bring our fingers to our nostrils. We cover our right nostril and we breathe in through our left nostril, breathing into the belly, the chest, the upper lungs, and then blocking the left nostril, breathing out through the right nostril. Breathing in through the belly, the lungs, the upper lungs, blocking the right nostril, breathing out through the left. Breathing in, lower belly, chest, upper lungs, blocking the left nostril, breathing out through the right nostril. Breathing in to the lower lungs, the chest, the upper lungs, blocking the right nostril, breathing out through the left nostril. Breathing in through the through the belly, chest, upper lungs, blocking the left nostril, breathing out through the right nostril. Continuing at your own breath rate. All the breathing's done through the nose. Once you get the hang of it, take a pause between the breathing in and the breathing out. Take a pause between the breathing out and the breathing in. And we'll complete one full set, finishing with breathing out through the left nostril. Keeping your eyes closed, staying within, feeling the difference in your energy. Opening your eyes, bringing your hands into prayer position in front of your heart space. We give thankfulness, gratefulness, and appreciation for all, everyone, everything over all times. Namaste.